CryptoQ Media, I'm glad you're back on my channel. You can say the same for the stock market and cryptocurrency markets together. Today has been a fantastic day for all markets. A CNBC headline states that the Dow closes nearly 450 points higher as Powell signals the arrival of Fed rate reduction. Yes, that is right, our departed buddy and confidant, Jerome Powell. This time, he was successful. The crypto world is experiencing a period of consolidation, and the markets are reflecting this. That is fantastic. One of the chart experts I'll be sharing their thoughts with you has said so, and here's a quote for XRP, getting ready for a big surge. This quotation concludes, I mean, come on, this happened while the charts were being evaluated. They look so prepared. An excellent illustration of this is the XRP and altcoin markets. Also, the macro backdrop looks to be in great shape, in case you're interested in talking about that. Since I have no intention of keeping anything, not even the lead, hidden, I will tell you this immediately. One of the main points of dispute is the small cap Russell 2000 index. If you've been here for more than 5 seconds, you presumably already know what happened today, but if not, don't worry, the Russell 2000 had a fantastic day. I'll fill you up on the latest developments. Having said that, I must stress that I do not hail from any sort of financial family before we go any further. I am not a financial advisor, so please don't let my advice influence your investment choices. Okay, I'll confess it, I've been watching the markets closely today. But please don't take offense, I'm just a curious enthusiast who enjoys making movies on YouTube about crypto. I get that not every change is monumental, but I still like days like these. It is irrelevant. Can one feel it physically? How widespread is it? Is the air filled with the aroma of it? A tremendous, historic event is imminent, and the feeling is pervasive. What the chart analysts whose work I follow have predicted is in line with that. As a result, people fail to perceive this as an alarming change. This is where a lot of folks were predicting these things will occur. As if they were unfolding, it seems. A tenacious attitude is required of us. The current price of XRP is 61 cents. The movie was recorded when the value of Bitcoin was 64,512. This bad boy's crypto fear and greed index update is something I'm anxiously anticipating. Another half an hour is required. At 34 out of 100, we are still afraid, but I have a feeling it will be slightly higher. Most likely, we will stay at least neutral. However, if there is a large leap, we may revert to greed. In my opinion, there are 4 interesting things. That is what will decide the result. Here is last night's report from chart analyst DOM at TraderView 2, but before we get to today's major events, here it is. He noted that XRP was consolidating in the highest volume area, getting ready for a large move, as he cautiously watched for a break. So, what were our accomplishments for the day? Sure, I'll attend to that right now. To begin with, however, this is where I feel the same way, Dr. Magic, the chart analyst. This was made public by him just this morning. A new run at XRP is in the works, thanks to a recent RSI breakthrough, a shorter time period, and retested timing. A star. It seems like he thinks this is probably the perfect time for it. His breakout over this trend line is visible on the screen. It is the one he is referring to. The relative strength index RSI for XRP naturally shows that it sank, challenged, and rose multiple times. On top of that, he has been suggesting, or at least he has been repeating this frequently, that the rising RSI is a good indicator of when XRP will break. This is happening to us at a fascinating moment. Once you grasp the interconnectedness of market movements and the significance of specific alignments on a macro level, not at the minute or hourly level, of course, this becomes exhilarating and crucial. Jerome Powell, or your trusty old friend, came to the rescue yet again. His statement today, however, was devoid of any specific commitments on his part. He was vague about when and what kind of rate cut it was. But his comments caused the markets to become very volatile. This post was made by Scott Milker, also known as the Wolf of All Streets. His compilation of the 5 most important quotations from Jerome Powell's lecture this morning was, in my opinion, superb. As he stated in his writing, Powell gives it his all. After that, he gets 5 quotations from Jerome Powell. The cooling of the labor market is the most obvious first point. This quotation concludes, "Furthermore, it is highly unlikely that the job market will experience an increase in inflationary pressures. Thirdly, we do not intend or anticipate a more severe downturn in the employment sector. Finally, it is the time to alter the policy. The timing and intensity of rate reductions are subject to incoming data, changing outlook, and risk balance, but the general trend is clear. Finally, we will make sure the labor market is strong and will not stop until we achieve price stability." That concludes it. The 5 quotations that sent the market soaring are now complete. Though he didn't state it outright, I think most of you would agree that that will happen. The market went, "All right, we'll take the end," after hearing him say it so forcefully. Clearly, we will take the hint into consideration here. This post was the end outcome, and I must admit, it's quite funny. DOM has sent this graph to you. Only Bitcoin and USD are displayed on the graphic. Additionally, he mentions that Jerome Powell was making his way to the podium when Bitcoin's price had recently risen. Shortly after, he shared this, as one would expect, and then it just dropped again. Everything else being equal, it's funny. It is ridiculous that the Federal Reserve has such a tight grip on the market. In my opinion, markets should be considerably more free-form. Personally, I think this kind of interaction is wrong. As far as I'm concerned, it all comes down to manipulation. All I'm saying is that free market investors shouldn't let Lord Jerome Powell's statements sway them. I want to emphasize that this is just my opinion. It is what it is anyway. The way people seem to be forming a queue to go to the podium is hilarious. What happened was that I planned to buy Bitcoin. For some reason, this continues coming up. But we will get to Russell 2000. Look at this troublemaker. Closed 3.19% higher. Cryptographically speaking, that is the same as 5 seconds. You can expect that kind of profit from an investment in a cryptocurrency that is now popular. We have never had an alt season, that is, an expansion in crypto markets without it, and this is important in legacy finance. The Russell 2000 has been behind for most of this year and last, so this is a big deal. The truth is that it has been slipping behind. We did see a rise, but that was a long time ago. Here is an overview of the year thus far. And that's it. It appears that the previous decline was only a retest. From that point on, it has been steadily rising, and you witnessed this notable breakout. The price went back up when we were excited, so you can tell. There isn't much use in investing in cryptocurrencies if you're talking about 3% daily. But can you make out the signals? Cryptocurrency investors and stock market investors are essentially the same people, they merely approach the two asset classes in different ways. Stock markets and cryptocurrencies are excellent areas to begin investing if you are ready to take some calculated risks with your money. As a result, investors who are more daring shouldn't stick to large cap companies but should instead venture deeper down the risk curve to small cap firms. So far, it seems like there's an interest in it, and although we still need confirmation, it gives us hope that it will happen. Although the timing may not be minute by minute, it does occur and has in previous market cycles, just as alt season does. This has never happened during an alt run before, which is why it's a big deal now. If this pattern keeps up, it will be great. In the absence of this, good luck attempting to get your XRP to work. Furthermore, reasonable assumptions support this view. Everything about the location is ideal. Wow, that's incredible. Your enjoyment of witnessing it is understandable. You can find this work in Domini. That was the Russell 2000 might be seen on this screen. He forecasted a crypto market spike following a successful hack of 786. He was also correct in his forecasts regarding the breakout retest pattern. This is the first time the Russell 2000 has ever broken, but it's here to stay, so it's no surprise that it's a necessary part of each season. Your attention in seeing my web video is greatly appreciated. After you're done, please subscribe and give me your feedback.